Tasmania, Australia's smallest and southernmost state, has a relatively high proportion of Aboriginal people, around 5.4%, second only to the Northern Territory. Recently, Flinders Council has been in the news for a controversial proposal. The council oversees the Furneaux group of islands, including Flinders Island, located in Bass Strait off Tasmania's northeast coast. On their website, the council provides a brief history. 35,000 years ago, the Ice Age, sea level falls, a land bridge forms allowing Aboriginal people to move south into Tasmania. 15,000 to 10,000 years ago, climate warms, ice melts, sea level rises and the land bridge is submerged. Tasmanian Aboriginals are isolated. A curious coincidence. Aboriginal people move to Tasmania and suddenly the climate starts warming? Now to the news. ABC reports that Flinders Island councillor in push to stop Welcome to and Acknowledgement of Country protocols. The councillor behind the proposal, Garry Blenkhorn, has submitted a notice of motion for tomorrow's council meeting. Flinders Council publishes its meeting agendas online, with tomorrow's agenda, 28th of May, available on their website. The motion appears under Section 18, stating, Flinders Council will cease reciting all references to Welcome to Country and Acknowledgement of Country in any event or publication involving the Council. It further claims, there has recently been an increase in discontent throughout Australia regarding the use of Welcome to Country and Acknowledgement of Country at public events. The use of Welcome to Country and Acknowledgement of Country is seen as divisive, unnecessary and not contributing to reconciliation between Indigenous Australians and others. It's important to note, this motion has not yet been passed, but the ABC was quick to report on the debate. Councillor Garry Blenkhorn stated, Australians do not want separatist development. That is called apartheid. Many will recall or have read about the White Australia policy, which was developed after World War II. We do not want to go back to those days where your future in Australia was determined by your race. Those days have gone and should never return. He sounds like a smart man. He also said, I believe the two protocols, Welcome to Country and Acknowledgement of Country, have served their purpose, and it is now time to move on. These protocols are not historical and have only existed for around 50 years. Additionally, Blenkhorn pointed out, it is important to note that Acknowledgement of Country is not a universally accepted practice among the Indigenous community. He referenced a University of New South Wales publication, which states exactly that. It should be noted that Acknowledgement of Country is not a universally accepted practice among the Indigenous community. The practice has been criticised for its perfunctory nature and for distracting from more meaningful forms of recognition. That is one reason why it is not recommended that acknowledgements of country be mandated or performed as part of a standardised meeting practice. It appears Councillor Blenkhorn has done his homework. ABC reported that Flinders Island Mayor Rachel Summers has strongly opposed the motion, warning that it could set the tight-knit community back 50 years, 100 years. Referring to the Acknowledgement of Country, Summers stated, It's literally 30 seconds, 60 seconds, when we just acknowledge the contribution the Aboriginal community has made over their time as custodians of the land. She also criticised Councillor Blenkhorn's motion, saying, Things like this, which have real community impact, should come to a council workshop in the first instance, and then we could have had that discussion. And if he was saying that he wanted to put this motion forward, then we could have maybe done some community engagement. According to the article, Aaron Maynard, chairperson of the Cape Barren Island Aboriginal Association, expressed strong opposition to the motion, stating, Words can't really explain how disgusting and just how disrespectful this is to everyone. Our people on this land in Australia are the oldest living race in the world at 65,000 years old, and we're still not celebrating that to our full capacity. Michael Mansell, chair of the Aboriginal Land Council of Tasmania, spoke on ABC local radio, saying, There was no consultation whatsoever with the Aboriginal people on Flinders. So again, it's people who just have a very different view, and we need to tolerate that, but why they would try to destroy something that's very positive and that people do want to participate in is very hard to understand. noting that the Aboriginal Land Council of Tasmania's website prominently features the subheadings Giving Land Back, Land is Our Country, and Never Given Away. I guess their motive is clear. In a 2017 ABC article, Mr Mansell proposed that Indigenous Australians should be granted a separate state or territory governed by Indigenous people to allow for greater self-determination. Just what we need to divide up Australians based on race. What's that word I'm trying to think of? Oh, that's right, Councillor Blenkhorn mentioned it before, apartheid. Anyway, as I mentioned, the motion will be debated on Wednesday, and I'll provide an update on the results in due course.